Hello everybody, how are you? My name is Nathan Raymond and I am living in Japan. I am from New York and I come from a rural area near the city. As a result, from being in a rural area and the gap and imbalance between the countryside and the city side, I've been forced to be going to the city and seeing what life is like between the country and the city side. My combined experience living in America has also provided the necessity that now I'm living in Japan, and the reason why is for two reasons, okay? America and Japan right now control the world, and the way that they do that is because America, we have a right brain function, and this is communication. And Japan, they go with the left brain function, and this goes with logic, science, and math. And together, what they're able to do is that America controls the communication and the narrative in the form of news and Hollywood, and Japan controls the actual creation of products. And where I live in Japan, a place you've not heard of, I live in Gifu, and it's near Nagoya. And something that's unique about Gifu and Nagoya is that we have the manufacturing companies, okay? And as a result, the place I live in Japan, in manufacturing, okay, we don't have much communication. Instead, perhaps you've heard of places in Japan like Osaka and Tokyo, where they do have communication because those are the sales offices. So we have to realize that sales skills and manufacturing skills, they go hand in hand. If the manufacturer doesn't have sales, then products don't get sold. If the salesperson doesn't have products, then they have nothing to sell. So similarly, we have to understand that in our situation right now, we can't do everything by ourselves. Instead, what we need to collaborate with somebody. And so this is now what I'm doing, okay? So I, as an individual from New York, came to Japan. I have a network of people in New York. I have a network in people of Japan. I'm in a situation now that if I introduce people from New York and Japan to each other, that we can create the solution that we all need at the moment. So I asked people 3 questions because in order for me to introduce people, there needs to be some development on an individual part in their introduction to another person. The first questions are, right, 3 questions, is what is your dream? Number 2 is what is your hobbies and interests? And 3 is what are your skills? And the way that I can find out your hobbies and skills, right, also has to do with me asking you questions about what do you do in your free time or what has your work history been. But as soon as you understand these, and as well as your big dream, you're now in the situation where you can introduce yourself to somebody, because now through this conversation is the development, okay? So I, in Japan, am an English teacher. Currently, that is a huge industry in Japan, but people are not really learning. If you try to speak English with a Japanese person, they still can't speak. So one of the things Japanese people do to learn English is they have a textbook. And the textbook and a person, right, it is not a living person, okay? So for me right now, the biggest difference I can create in the lives of Japanese people is to replace a textbook with an actual person. But when it comes to people, not just anybody will do. In fact, we have to meet the right person, the specific person that you need. And if you try to do this on your own, this can take a long time. But instead, I can make it quick. So because the development I've done to this point, and right now I'm 39, I'm about to be 40, the development I've done is specifically so that this 20 years I've done in Japan can now be shared with people in a way that if you would speak with me and you would link up to what I'm doing, that you will know who the right person for you is, and there's a way that I can make it so that you can meet that person. So this is the kind of thing that right now I'm introducing people to, and I would like you to collaborate with me. And I promise you that I can offer a value that no one is offering. And I will stop this video for now, but let's look at the next video so I can get more in depth in what I'm doing. Thank you.